Hey friends, this is Ryan Kebe coming to you with another edition of Kebe's Community. Today we are meeting with the wonderful Essential Services Director, Shawnel Toomey, over at the Center for Family Services. She is doing great things and helping out with our food pantries and other essential services at the center. Shawnel, thanks so much for always joining us and giving an update of what's going on at the center. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. The sun was shining, gave this illusion of warmth, and I was very grateful.
So, since we last spoke, we were staying very busy, and everybody is still in dire need of food assistance and rental assistance and other things like that. How
Yeah.
has that been going?
Hey, it's going great. I have continuously been getting more volunteers at the pantry, which has freed me up to get back down to the office and do some work. We're probably not fully staffed yet, so we could use more volunteers. However, we're getting close. And we do have plenty of food to give away. We have people have been doing food drives for us, and I know I always mention how giving our community is, but it's just wonderful. It really is. They're amazing. Here I can give you some stats here. In the month of January, the food pantries, because this is Crawford County wide, served 742 households, and that adds up to 1,826 people. And that's about what we do every month countywide with our 7 food pantries.
That is fantastic. The 1,800 people, putting some food on the table there. Very, very great stuff. So, someone who's out there who's looking at this and saying, hey, well, what about me? How do I get, some assistance? I'm in need too. I mean, quite simply, they can reach out to the Center for Family Services. Information is on the website. We're going to go ahead and post that number there. Is that really what you would recommend for someone to do? Reach out to the center, give us a call. Are there any other resources that people can go to look to get this assistance?
Absolutely. I would recommend that they call the center because, usually there's more than one need. And if we can talk to them for a few moments about their needs, then we can direct them in way more than one place to try to get their immediate needs met and even more, like we offer so much more here after an immediate need is met. Maybe they want budgeting, or maybe their ultimate goal is to purchase a home, and then that would involve budgeting and increasing credit scores and being versed as to what's available out there. So yes, Ryan, the answer to your question is yes. I would recommend that they call the center.
Absolutely. And also, a really interesting post that I saw on the Facebook today for the Center for Family Services. If you haven't liked that Facebook page, make sure that you like that Facebook page, Center for Family Services Incorporated. But, some little small advice here, with the snowy weather that we have going on, just a tidbit of information, make sure that we're keeping those. If you use gas for your heat, make sure that you are keeping the vents, exhaust vents clear in your apartments, homes. That was one thing that I thought was very interesting. So just little things like that, advice, tips, that is at the Center for Family Services, and all of that information is readily available. Make sure that we're seeking
Yeah.
that information out.
Another thing, Ryan, is you're talking about clearing the vents and outlets for the exhaust gases in your home. Just a reminder to everybody, don't forget about your pets out there. I hope they're not outside, but I know we have outside animals, and how quickly would their water will freeze if somebody gives them water once a day, like they just need to be aware and pay some attention to those animals outside.
Absolutely. That's a very important point. It is cold out, and let's keep our furry friends warm, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, hey, so Shawnel, I've been asked by a couple of our employees here of some of the most needed food items. I usually tell them, canned goods. Is there anything specific that the center right now is looking for that they're in need of?
You know what we just realized we're almost out of is actually shampoo and conditioner. I think we're pretty good on everything else, but that personal care product, we are gravely low on. So we are in need of shampoo and hair conditioner. And as far as emergency food goes, there's some really good things that are great to add to a bag. And those are like one bagged meals or boxed meals, those are wonderful things. And, always cereal, peanut butter. You mentioned canned goods, canned fruit is something we are low on. We have a lot of canned vegetables in emergency food right now, and that's great. But like I said, cereal, boxed meals, peanut butter, fruit, those are definitely things that we could use.
Fantastic. And like you said, the volunteer situation that has gotten a little bit better, and we are so thankful for everyone who's been volunteering for the center and all organizations, putting yourself out there. But I'm sure that we still are in need of volunteers. Is that right?
Sure, absolutely. If there's anybody out there that has some time on their hands and they're looking to do some volunteer work, absolutely give us a call, and we can give them the options, because we do have the food pantries and the thrift store. So there's a couple ways to go there. Just because of the food pantry, the main food pantry here in Meadville is open every Monday and Thursday from 9 to noon and 1 to 3. And, those are the main days that I do need volunteers in Meadville. And then, like we said, if someone else is interested in how can I sign up for food, if they're not in the Meadville area, it probably would be best for them to call the center or go to our website and see what days the satellites are open. Most of my satellites are only open one day a month. So we can talk to them on the phone about that. If they live in Conneautville and they work in Meadville, and Meadville's easier for them to use, then we would say definitely use the Meadville Food Pantry. So there are options.
Absolutely. Like you said, there are options, and I think that that is incredibly important for people to know. There is hope. There is light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to get through this. And thank you so much, Shawnel, for everything that you're doing, and for everything that the center's doing for our community. Thank you so much.
Hey, Ryan, I might add, you're welcome very much. I mean, that's what we do here, and really no thank you needed. One thing I wanted to mention was that we do have 2 pots of money right now. We are able to, let me read this so I make sure I get it right. We do have rent money for just the city of Meadville. So families must live within city limits, and their income must have been affected by COVID. We can pay up to 3 months of past due rent. We can't pay next month's, even if you're going to need it. But with this pot of money, we're able to pay past due rent and only up to 3 months. And like I said, they must live within city limits. The other pot of money is our normal pot of money. So, anybody that doesn't qualify for this money that is specifically for COVID affected families and their incomes, they could get on the waiting list for our other pot of money. So I just want people to know out there that there is some rental assistance happening. All right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Is there a certain time frame that those people have to, like a deadline for them to sign up for that rental assistance opportunity?
I'm not aware of any deadlines, but if there's anyone out there listening to this and you're only 1 month behind, don't wait till you're 3. Call now. Call 337-8450 and we'll get you to the right person or on the right list. Okay.
Perfect. Perfect. Well, hey, thank you so much, Shawnel. We appreciate the information as always, and thank you again. We'll talk with you next month.
All right. Thank you so much, Ryan. And thank you, Armstrong, for being such a big support of the Center for Family Services.